Hi everyone and welcome to a very special ESC Fan TV late night special of Ireland Eurosong. Let's get on with it. It's late. Let's say hello to Sean. Hi Sean.
Hiya, you all right?
It's dead late. It's tomorrow.
I know, it is tomorrow. I want my breakfast.
Hello Aline.
Hello.
Good evening Mick. Oh Jesus. Hello, Matt.
Top of the morning to you.
Sláinte.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Mick. And hello, Elliot.
Hello. Yeah, I've done a full day of work. I'm tired. Let's get this going.
Oh, very rude. I might go a bit slower now.
Right.
So we'll ask Mick a question just so they can answer it by the end of the show. It was good to see you, Mick. Bye. No.
Bye. Been lovely being here.
So that was it. We had Ireland Eurosong. It was on the Late Show again, which it is every year. The sound's always a bit iffy, but it was better than it was last year, to be fair. And we kicked off with, let me put my glasses on. So we kicked off with Adji and Run Into the Night. Then we had Bobby Arlo and Power Play. Then we had Railter, Fire. Then Samantha Mumba, My Way. Niall, Growth. And Emmy, Laika, Party. There he is. Look at that. That's a picture. So we're going to work our way down how they performed. So we'll start with Adji, who got 2 in the international vote, 2 in the national vote, 6 in the public vote, and got an overall score of 10. He was last in the odds when we were before it started. So, Matt, do you think Adji deserved? Well, do you think last place was fair?
No, I thought his song was okay. For me, I thought there were songs that were much worse. For me, I thought Samantha Mumba, I thought was probably one of the worst. I don't think it was bad. I thought the staging was okay. I thought he's a really strong singer as well. Quite like the outfit as well. Really like the violin as well. I think it felt a bit Irish. I did think the way he was performing with his sister, I thought was a bit strange. But no, apart from that, I'd say no. I thought there were worse songs, and I don't think it deserved to be last. No.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Matt. So second, we had Bobby Arlo and Power Play. It got 6 from the international jury, 6 from the national jury, and 8 from the public, giving them 20 points. So let's go to Mick. Mick, this was the favourite in the odds. Were they done over? Anytime.
A little bit, but then I think on the night, I felt the backing track overpowered a vocal a bit, and so I think possibly that's why it suffered a little bit from there. But it was a good electro bop. I loved it, but those songs would not have been allowed in the arena anyway.
That's true. Along with, I think it's like other things like golf balls you're not allowed to take into the arena as well, or any form of bag if you're a woman. Yeah. So let's move on then to Railer and Fire. Got 8 with the international jury, 8 with the national jury, and only 2 with the public, giving them 18 points. Railter was also the one that said would not commit whether they would go to Eurovision or not if they won. But I'm pretty sure that they'd have had to sign something before this to say that they definitely were going to Eurovision. Otherwise, they won't be allowed to compete. Elliot, what do you think about this?
First and foremost, as someone who's looked at that Eurosong application form before, because I applied to them last year, yes, you do have to agree that if you are selected, you are also agreeing to go on to Eurovision. Because of the situation right now, they do want to make sure that people are willing to go on. I like the song. I think she sang better than the recording. Like I said, it's a nice, very dervish, traditional song. She sounded great, especially in that late studio. And we said before how bad they can sound. She sounded great. Don't get what the people with their thing on their heads were. That looked something like what is that on their heads, and how do you convince them to wear that? I don't know. But no, I actually thought she sang this really well. I thought she did a great job. I agree with the juries, putting us there. I thought that was fair. I was stunned the public put her last worst, but I think that was partly because she said she wouldn't commit. So why would you waste your vote on someone who then was going to withdraw? And you don't want that whole will they, won't they situation. I thought she sang really well. She's definitely someone I would happily see come back in a year or two with maybe something with a bit more of an oomph to this sort of style of music, because it was very pretty and she's got a fabulous voice. But yeah, I think her lack of commitment and publicly saying that right before you perform was what really did her in, to be honest.
Thank you very much, Elliot. So we move on to Samantha Mumba with My Way. She got 12 with the international jury, 10 with the national jury, but only 4 public votes. Sean, why do you think Samantha Mumba did so badly with the Irish public?
They can't stand her. No, I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. It's I mean, it's a mystery because, I personally loved it. I loved how it built up. I wasn't sure at the beginning, to be honest, but I really liked how it unfolded. She had a little shaky vocal at the start, but I loved the big sort of the banquet choreography. And then we got the beat kicked in, and then we got a river dance. And I thought this really does have potential, but I don't know. It felt like it needed a revamp. It had just started getting going, and then it was over by the time it was just sounding brilliant and amazing. It kind of felt a little bit unfinished to me. Perhaps because of that, the public didn't actually warm to the song. I thought it had the potential to do well in Switzerland if it won, but it would need a lot of work. It would need a big revamp. Staging and the construction of the song. What do you do? It was potentially a brilliant Eurovision entry, but I don't know. It must have got rushed in production, and I don't know. It's something that quite didn't hit the mark, is there?
Yeah, it just wasn't quite there, was it? And we'll go to Niall and Growth, which I personally thought was bloody brilliant. But obviously the international jury and the national jury disagreed with me. They only gave it 4 points each. It's like, what's that about? The public, because they know what it's about, the public gave it 10 points. So Aline, do you think Niall should have won, surely?
I really, really loved this one. Also heard it first because of technical issues. I hadn't my screen on, and it sounded amazing. I really loved it. And then I started watching it and I was like, oh, this is different than I thought it would be. But I really, really liked it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Aline. So let's just talk about the show a little bit. So obviously it's a TV show, and they had a little panel on, which was weird because they had a little panel on that couldn't vote just to talk about the acts. Then they had the international panel, then the national panel, then the public vote. But do you think, let's go to Elliot. Elliot, do you think that this would be better set in a proper studio set up for a music program rather than a chat show situation?
Yeah, and it's something the fans have said for years. And I know I want to say just after Malmö, there was talks of potentially moving it to its own dedicated show, and it needs to. You know, because I always joke the one who wins in Ireland is the one that survives the soundstage there, because none of them are going to sound as good as they can do there. Like, let's be honest, Bambi last year didn't sound great in that sound studio. They didn't sound as good. Every other time, phenomenal. But that soundstage isn't good enough. I don't know why they also made it like a Tetris piece as well, the stage. That was just a bit weird. But yeah, I do think RTE do need to invest a bit more money, if as and where they can, even if it's getting a sponsor, own show, separate to a late show, really get some proper hype about it, because there is a lot of hype in the run up to the Eurosong. They do really get behind it. So I do think it deserves its own show, and then you can expand it to more than 6, and you can make it interesting. I never like when you have an in-house jury, because that again influences people. The UK did it with You Decide. I didn't like that, so I don't like it now. But yeah, I do think they need to move it into something where just give it its own spotlight, give it its own stage, because you know, if the winner does do well again, that's 2 consecutive decent results, even if they make the final. And then, you know, it'll get people interested, it'll get more acts wanting to do it, and then they can stay building it. But I do think it is, say, money, time, space. I'm not really sure, but RTE do need to make it its own thing, apart from the late show. You know, did everyone get like skincare or something? I saw like they did that big hamper.
Oh, don't talk about that yet. No, that's a. We'll move on to that in a while.
Did not know that was on the docket. My bad.
yeah, it's there. It's highlighted in pink. It's fine. So, Matt, do you think the format would work better if they doubled the amount of contestants that participated? Because there was only 6. It's not that many.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if you get a good, you know, like a mix of genres and all the way through everything. You know, you need a mix of everything. Do you think it would be better if, say, they could go to 10 or 12 people?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think 6 is enough. And yeah, as you say, I think more variety would be good. Maybe a bit of country and something more different and unique. And yeah, I think more artists would be much better. If you look at other countries like Sweden, you know, they've got far more than 6. And yeah, I think it'd make it much more interesting. I think you could get more viewers in as well. And as Elliot was saying, I think having like a standout show, I think would be much better with a better stage. And yeah, bring it back to the old days of Eurosong, I think would be much better. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you, Matt. Now, Mick, I'm going to ask Mick a long question so that he's got time to unmute himself, catch up with the lag, and then start answering the beginning of it before I get to the end of the question. So, well, I forgot what I was going to ask now, because the question that I said was so blooming long that I forgot what it was. What do you think it was? I can't remember now. Mick, do you think fake tans are really real? Oh, no, Mick, I've remembered. Do you think...
I think it was good.
Ah, brilliant. Do you think, Mick, that the show would be better if it was on earlier? Because I think you're not going to get the youth are not going to be voting at like 10:30 at night. So do you think it'd be better if they put it on at prime time at like between 8 and 9 o'clock Irish time? They get a better, you know, demographic voting.
I think I've got most of the question, but yeah, I think you're right. Move it a bit earlier, expand it out a bit, do a 50-50. I think jury and
jury and what? Jury and what?
You know, you could always.
Oh, fuck's sake! Mute me. Yeah, mute me. Sean.
Yeah.
Sean, have you
I think it would have been comedy gold if you said all that and Mick went, could you repeat that?
Sean, would you be happy if you'd sat through all that and all you got was fake tan?
I want a bag of Haribo at least. Do you know what I mean? Oh, no, Jedward, but that would attract the Jedwards, wouldn't it?
Jedward went on it. You can't put Haribo in because it does attract the Jedward.
But what it is, half of those guys in the audience have probably flown over from the UK and got hand luggage only. 50ml limit liquids. You're not going to be able to take it back.
Well, what I do is I'd sit in the airport with me duty free and I'd put it all on. And then by the time I got back, I wouldn't look anything like my passport photo and probably get refused entry to the country. There you go. I mean, it's better than, I think it was a couple of years ago. Everyone got jars of peanut butter because we were laughing our heads off. And the man, it was before Patrick Keelty came
Oh,
up.
yeah, I forgot the guy's name.
And the man was laughing his head off going, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I've got to promote peanut butter. And he was like really angry about it.
Can I say my friend was a songwriter that selection. He said it was the best thing he got from that night was that jar of peanut butter. He was obsessed with it. He still got the jar as a memory of that night.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh dear. Aline, what do you think about it's a third international, a third national, and a third public vote? Do you think that's a fair way of doing it?
No, I think you should even pay less attention to the international vote because it's a country choosing. Like, why does international need a third of the voting? Like, that's weird. Just do a 50-50, like I think Matt said. 50 juries, 50 public. Like, why does, for example, Belgium need a vote in the Irish competition? That's weird.
I think you're absolutely right because I've always said that, oh my God, if I could get on an international jury or, why would surely the international jury would vote for the worst one because their competition at Eurovision. You'd go, no, yeah, send the shit one. No, God, no, don't send anything decent because it is direct competition with us. So I never understand why countries have international juries voting on it. It just seems counterproductive to me. Is it just me? But not just me, is it? Surely.
No.
Well, anyway. So let's move on to the winner. And it was Emmy with Laika Party. And they got 10 with the international, 12 with the national, and 12 with the public, giving them 34 points. They won by it's a massive 8 points, really, when you think about it. There's only 6 involved in it and 3 voting. I don't know, whatever you call it. So Phil has got some lovely Laika information. Explain what Laika is.
Okay, first of all, Laika was a stray dog taken off the streets of Moscow and sent up into space on Sputnik 2 by the Russians to investigate, the effects of space flight on living creatures with the intent of sending a human being up there. Unfortunately, they had the technology to send Laika into space, but not to bring her back again. And she was sent into orbit and she died of hypothermia on the 4th orbit, unfortunately. So that's what the song's about. Emmy is from Norway. She's the only non-Irish act there. And surprisingly enough, she's not the first Norwegian act to sing about Laika, because in 2016 in MGP, there was the Hungry Hearts, who also had a song called Laika about the dog, which in my opinion was a much better song, but it didn't qualify. I think it should have gone through and represented the Eurovision, but it didn't. But I also thought the song sounded a bit like another Norwegian song.
My superhero robot. Is it that one, Phil?
Is that one indeed? Yeah. There was a lot of similarity there, but that's the one that the Irish public chose.
Sean, what do you think of poor Laika the dog is not out there dancing, because we know that because it died on the 4th orbit of Earth?
I know, it should have been a ballad, really, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Ode to Laika. Or do I like a party? Well, I wasn't really a fan of Witchwood's, but I really like Emmy's voice on this. If you listen to it very carefully, it's reminiscent of Alexandra Roten at some points, and that's a massive compliment, to be fair. you know me, I love a good old bop, and this is just it. Is this year's bop? Maybe. But I'm not sure at the chorus. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. I don't. It's a bit lazy, but it's certainly catchy. It's very memorable. Will it be a massive hit? Well, we don't know. Or will it be this year's We Will Rave? Who can say? Who can say?
Well, we don't know because we haven't got a crystal ball, Sean, and we're famous for being absolutely shit at predictions, to be fair. Eileen, what did you think of Laika, the poor little dog that died on the 4th orbit of going around the Earth?
Well, Eurovision is about learning, and I learned something today. Let's just say that. It bothered me somehow that her clothing was so, I don't know if I can call it lazy. I don't know if it would look on Eurovision. And also it felt weird on stage. Like I was like, is that the size of the stage or how would it look on such a big stage at Eurovision? It left me with some questions. So I don't know.
Well, what questions? You can't just say that and then not.
Yeah, like how would it look on Eurovision? What is she gonna wear? Like, yeah, I have questions.
I think you're right, Eileen. I also had questions about the clothing on stage because allegedly they were all dressed as astronauts. Well, she had shorts on. I'm pretty sure I've never seen an astronaut wearing shorts. I'm not sure how space works, but I'm pretty sure shorts don't work in space.
And also, when she said, "Yeah, it's just like astronauts," I was like expecting the full-on like ball and something that we saw on what was it, Subwoofer? Like, wasn't there like an astronaut DJ?
Oh yes, yeah. We've had astronaut
Exactly.
DJ. We've there's been several astronauts
Yeah.
at Eurovision over the years that we've seen, and also some that didn't go that should have gone that were really, really good.
You can do recycle and reuse them.
But that's it. Yeah, I think they definitely should. So I'm going to say the word Mick and then talk for 10 minutes and see if Mick responds. But I'm not sure if he will. Do we think Mick likes this song or doesn't like this song? Oh, even though the poor little dog went round space for 4 times and then died of hypothermia.
Yeah, and a good electro bop, you know, sweet, you know, the dog death. But yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
Brilliant, thanks,
Not
Mick.
the dog death, I mean.
Oh, no, well, no.
No,
we didn't think that, Mick. No, we didn't think that, Mick. It's all right. I'll edit that to make it sound really bad, though. So, Matt, what did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. It was the best performance I thought of the night. I was really surprised because before the show, it wasn't one of my favourites, but I thought she performed it really well. I thought it would really grabbed your attention. I thought it was really catchy. I liked all the colours, and it really reminded me of the staging for Jedward, where there was all these like bright colours. And yeah, I think it's a song that could do really well. I think it's a song that people will be dancing to at the Euro Club. I think it will qualify. I don't think it'll do as well as Bambi Thug, but yeah, overall, I think good performance, really good singer, and yeah, I think it's going to do well.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Matt. I know that I'm going to be kicking it large on the Euro dance floor to this in Basel. Elliot. I know, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. See? Told you. Elliot, you're going to be kicking it large to this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously, it's a bit lost media, but a few weeks ago, Donna and I actually did speak to Emmy about it. And we did actually say, like, how would you feel if you won? And she did very upfrontly say, there's such a slim chance I'm just going to enjoy it, but we shall see. So the fact she won over the Irish jury and the public is phenomenal. It also makes me question how much shit got thrown out if a Norwegian song right by one Irish person is their best song. I'm just throwing that out there because I was very stunned to see her name even on the selection list. Like, wait, that's Emmy from Norway. It's a very simple song and it's a very simple melody, yes, but that's its charm because it gets stuck in your head and you cannot get it out. Like, it is catchy. That chorus is easy to sing along to. The part like, I hope that Laika's still alive. You know, it takes a really morbid situation and it's her own little world of like, I'm just really like, you know, it's my alternate reality where she's having a lovely time out there and having a party. We can all dance with her now. She can sing really well, as she proved. It was very clean. It's going to need a slight revamp to give it a bit more of a kick, but they all needed it. She's in the second semi-finals, probably going to open. None of them are going to do like Bambi Fug because Bambi is one of a kind and, you know, you don't strike lightning twice. But this can make the final and this can do okay. And yeah, it's going to be played on every single Euro party. People are going to be dancing and chanting to it. And, you know, watch your drinks and, you know, a random fist maybe accidentally hitting you. Because like I said, it's a song where everyone's just going to be bopping along to because it's so simple. And she's so sweet as well. And I think that's the best thing. She's such a sweet little person. And, you know, I think it's wonderful for her that, you know, she's flown across, given this a go to expose herself to a new market. And the Irish have like gone, yeah, we want you to represent us. Yeah, I love this song. I think it mid-table, but I do really enjoy it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Elliot.
Sean did that.
So, Sean, what do you think that they can do to the staging to elevate it to Eurovision level?
Oh, you know what? I think it's pretty much there. I love this guy. I love him.
I'm not shocked.
Oh, that so that
I'm not shocked, and I bet he's looked in your cupboard.
That's Emmy's brother. That's Erland who wrote the song with her. That's Emmy's brother.
Cool. That's brilliant. Yeah. But yeah, I just love the kind of the retro vibe going on here and the stomping spacemen and the fact that it's going to be quite easy to sell a lot of T-shirts with that kind of design on there or whatever.
Jesus, Sean, you're such an arsehole.
Vision T's at Red Bubble.
Yeah, Vision T's at Red Bubble. Yeah.
Up to 40% off this week.
Matt, have you got any sensible suggestions on how you could elevate this to the Eurovision stage? Do we need flames? Do we need? Oh, do you know what? I think we need a bit of smoke on the floor to make it a bit sort of spacey.
Dry ice,
yeah, dry ice. Yeah. What do you think?
I think I would continue with like the bright colours and yeah, I think if you look at Bambi Thug last year, the difference from the national final to when she's at Eurovision, I think was massive. I think they really elevated it. So I'm not really too sure, but yeah, I would say keep the colours, make it bright, a bit like how it was with Jedward. Really make it stand out, and yeah, I think stick to the colours, and yeah, I think it's going to do well.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Well, God, we'll have a go at Mick, but I'm not holding my breath, honestly, because it's pointless. Mick, do you think they should put her in long trousers? Because everyone knows astronauts wear long trousers.
Well, I think costume changes is the one thing I would change because everything else. The brother in his kind of get-up.
Yeah, me, mate. Yeah, let's
but yeah, it's
Sorry,
a bit chilly
mate.
out in space, so I've been told. So yeah, a good costume revamp.
Do you know what? He's got a very good point. It is cold in space. She should at least have some leg warmers on.
Yeah, could have hypothermia up there.
But that's it, yeah. If you go 4 times around the Earth, yeah, you could actually die of hypothermia.
Scarf.
Scarf, yeah. Earmuffs.
A pink balaclava.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Sean. We all know that is somewhere deep,
We have
dark.
not recovered.
It's in the wardrobe that needs a key. We all know it. Eileen, let's go to Eileen as somebody normal for the last word on this. Eileen, please.
Yes, I don't know if you can call me normal. I'm watching an Irish selection at like midnight. What's wrong with me? But
True.
yeah, I'm thinking I'm too tired for this. Yeah, I'm thrown away by Shauna's pink balaclava.
It's in his cupboard.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm glad we saved you till last, Aline. I mean,
Can I just say though?
oh yeah, go on.
I would like to say that it was a good selection, a good show, and it's good to see Ireland not afraid to take a risk now. You know, we've got there were some interesting songs there. Some worked, some didn't work so well, but there was a good variety. And I think Ireland's due to come back if they carry on the way they're going. I think there'll be a Eurovision powerhouse again.
Yeah, I think the whole show was good, as good as you can do in a talk show sort of scenario. I think it was all right. I think. Would anybody like to talk about the halftime show?
What, the three that have been knocked in the RTE cupboard, they just rolled out?
Oh,
Yeah.
I swear Linda Martin doesn't rise until it's Eurosong. I swear she's just cryogenically frozen and she just wanders out.
Yeah, she's a bit Queen.
She still looked like that drunk auntie at a wedding, didn't she? She always does, bless her.
I so want to be Linda Martin when I grow up.
I mean, Ella Quinn, I think her song went quite big on TikTok or something a few months ago because everyone was talking about it. So that's what about, oh yeah, she's around. Let's just see if she's free. And then Neve clearly wasn't busy. But you could have done so much else. Like, get Bambi to perform. She's right there.
She was absolutely there. She must have a new song out. They must have a new song out.
Yeah. The last one came out in October, which is really, really good. It's called Fantasy. But yeah, they were phenomenal. And even on the panel, they were brilliant. They were talking the most sense.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Put it back on. What was it? What was that?
No,
one of Sean's dog
no,
colours. He keeps in that cupboard. Well,
Linda
Martin.
On fire.
I don't think Linda Martin's kept in Sean's cupboard with a dog collar on it.
I would have liked to see Bambi Thumb singing Tattoo there. I think that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
they should have got Bambi to perform, I think. That would have been epic.
I think Bambi should have, would have, could have. Yeah. And I think that is the story of Ireland. Should have, would have, could have.
But no, I think they've got a good song. It was a really good selection to choose from.
It was. It's a shame it wasn't more songs, but it was a good mix of the six.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's final scores.
See, look, I worked out that it was 8. That it won. I thought I did all right. It's a shame, somebody has to come last, and Terry, who's a watcher of the show, will be devastated by that because he liked the look of him.
Oh, he did, yes.
He did. He definitely did. So anyway, that's Ireland. It's all done. It's all dusted. They're going to Eurovision. That is that. You can't do anything about it. Have we got anything good in the comments, Phil?
Little John meant Emmy wearing one of Sean's dog colours, apparently.
Oh, okay. Are dog colours big in space?
I don't know.
Well, it is if you send a dog up.
It is indeed. Donna's watching from Finland in 2:30 in the morning. Who's normal?
Well, not Donna. She's watching from Finland at 2:30 in the morning, you nut job. Well, on that bombshell, we're going to say that we have Melfest tomorrow night. Sean, what time's Melfest?
Yes, 9 o'clock UK time, 10 o'clock Central European time. I'll be there. Aline will be there. Elliot will be.
Yes.
They do this that way.
Right.
Elliot will be there. Who else?
I don't know.
Stuart
I don't know.
Stuart will
No
be back,
idea.
so brace yourself.
Oben.
Oh yes, Stuart's
Oben.
there.
And Tom.
Oben.
And Tom.
Troy.
Yeah.
Troy.
So it's gonna be chaos.
All the good ones.
Yeah, all the ropey ones that we don't want doing anything else for them. So
All
Sunday.
the ones that didn't say no.
Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't do this, that, and Sunday as well. There's no chance. My liver couldn't cope. So on Sunday, the 9th of February, we're kicking off again at 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Central European time, with Latvia Malta. We're doing a double header in
A
one
double
hour.
ender. A double
A
ender.
double ender.
Ooh,
I don't know what that is, but Shaw's probably got one in his cupboard. Then it's 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Central European time. We've got Finland, where Phil is going solo.
Oh,
I've got Finland off.
I've been unleashed.
Yeah, we'll see how that
God.
goes. Yeah.
Dog collar.
And then 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Central European time, we've got Ukraine, where Elliot, the lovely Elliot, will be hosting for us. So make sure you don't miss that Saturday. What is it? Some shit Melfest thing that's going on. And Sunday, Super Sunday. Don't miss Super Sunday from 6 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. Central European time. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, I think that's it.
Yeah, you can get.
I think that's it. Yeah, that must be it.
So you can get all the links on Linktree.
Let us know what you think as well when you watch this. We love hearing from you, and I do reply. I do reply very sarcastically to all your comments that you will leave. We look forward to it. Yeah, go Emmy. Well done, Donna. Donna's drunk in Finland. So we'll see you all again. Well, we won't, but some of these we'll see you again tomorrow night, and we'll see you Sunday night. Until then, it's bye.